Here we are, fucking Sunday afternoon on sometime in September here. We got a fucking guest from the other side of the world, man. Please introduce yourself. Let us know who you are and shit.
Hi guys, my name is Espen. I'm from Norway. I play in a death metal band called Feleth. It's
Is that how you pronounce it, Thela?
Feleth. That's how we say it. You can call it whatever you want. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have
know.
any.
We,
It
we
doesn't have any
were,
meaning.
yeah, we
It's
were trying to fucking figure out how to say it proper earlier, but it
uh,
was like, no.
some people call it Feleth and some call it Filet. And
Mm,
I call myself like filet, like a steak of meat or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Anything goes. I
perfect.
saw
Yeah, I read
actually
the
saw
story
I
on
saw
Twitter.
I saw uh, I saw a great comment. Someone wrote, "Can you fare less?"
All right.
Anything goes. Yeah. So we're active with or not. That's not the right word. We recently dropped a single, our second
Yeah,
single for our upcoming album, Divine Blight,
I've
which
seen
I'm
that.
very
The art was
very
it's
excited
fast,
for.
right?
Hell yeah.
So this is actually your second album, is it not?
Yeah, yeah. We dropped our first album, Depravity, in 2020.
Yeah,
Very shit time to drop an album, especially
yeah.
so because
All right.
we had planned it like ahead a long time ahead, and then the goddamn pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
So that was rough because we put a lot of money into that like album and like promotion and stuff, and we had like a lot of shows that were to like we had to just cancel because
Yeah.
fucking hell, you had to stay at home and drink beer for 2 years.
I know. Just
Yeah,
training you for the road, Now you can go
yeah,
back out and drink double the beer. So when you get paid in beers, whew, that's gonna
yeah,
be a big fee, right?
yeah, right.
Check this
That's,
out. Man. I got this for my birthday. It's a 52-ounce fucking beer glass.
yo, that's awesome. You
Yeah.
know when you're like, oh, I'm just gonna have one beer before bed.
Yeah. Pour that baby in there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
yeah.
I could also,
Oh, go
sorry,
ahead. Go
I
ahead,
could
man.
also mention oh shit, I was gonna say something but I forgot. Yeah, we also dropped an EP many years ago. That was like, throughout life you go through some, you learn from your mistakes. And what we
Yeah.
learned pretty quickly is like when we got the masters, the mixed and like the finished product, we just dropped it. We just got a like artwork in a week, and then we just dropped it. And we were like, oh, it's gonna be so awesome. You know what happened when you release an album without doing any promotional work or anything?
Nothing.
It's nothing, nothing. But somehow to this day, it's been like 5 years since we dropped our single, 5.5 year. No, our
Mhm.
EP. My bad. There's one song on that album that's is still played. It's still our most played song, I think. And I
Oh.
hate the song. It's called "The Cave Kingdom." Everyone like locally where we're from a really
Mhm.
small place in the far north of Norway. There's like no metal scene. We basically are the metal scene. There's been some bands here and there, but like nothing long lasting. And we have
Mhm.
like I would say we can pull a good crowd at home, but that's people who know us, our
Yeah.
friends, our family, not metalheads. But that one particular song, everyone started like singing along to it because it goes like, "I will peel off your face," and it's just so, it's like really catchy and silly.
Yeah.
Uh, but I wrote too much vocals for the song, so it's really rough playing it live. But it's gonna, we've just realized it's gonna be like like Metallica's
Yes.
like Enter Sandman. We're gonna have to play that song until we die.
Every
Like
show. Yeah. Yeah. It's always one
so,
you fucking
yeah.
don't like. Slayer's got that one too. They fucking
Yeah,
hate it, but the crowd loves it, so they have to play it,
yeah, but like I think it's a good song. So people seem to enjoy it, but
Mm.
yeah, but I got some funny stories. I'll just keep talking. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what it's here. We're here for you, man. Fucking.
Awesome.
You guys got to do a pretty good tour though, did you not? There.
No, we haven't toured yet, but we yeah, I'm probably mentioned that we won this like it was pretty insane, honestly. We haven't like had any success at all. Like we haven't played out of Northern Norway. We've been playing for years, but we play like a lot of Northern Norway, some different towns. It's like three different places, you know. Our home, a city called Tromsø, which seem to be mentioned in a lot of movies for some reason.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird, but and we play one other place, and we kind of like we've been in talks with people about like playing shows around, but it's so fucking expensive to like take the airplane for like us five.
Oh yeah.
It's like 2 to 3 thousand Norwegian kroner each way, and that's probably around I would say $300 or some shit like that,
Yeah.
American. So it's like no matter how good we are, we can't really go to Oslo, the capital of Norway, and play a show and imagine like get anything covered. So it would be like we would have to pay everything ourselves. But we started getting some attention and traction when we dropped our first album, but the pandemic again.
Yeah. Pandemic and shit, right?
But yeah, so we signed us up for this kind of like any band in the entire Norway could just sign up for this festival, the Tons of Rock. They had like this just sign up if you want to play, and there were like I think there were 340 bands who signed up, and then later on we were like we got pulled out. Like they had a jury of people consisting like there was like 10 people in the music business in Norway, like bookers, promoters, etc., like
Mhm.
festival people run festivals and stuff. And we were one of the 10 bands who got picked, and we were like, what?
Oh.
Because that was already a big like honor, honestly. Because I told the guys in the band like, okay, I'm signing us up for this thing, and we were like, hold off this date if we're gonna play, and everyone was like, yeah, right,
Yeah.
funny, funny. We didn't think we would win this shit, you know. And we got pulled out top 10, and there were like some bands from Norway, like the Cruel Intentions, Sog. These are like rock bands and metal bands that's been playing for years, and they have a lot of success. Like the band Cruel Intention, I think they have a song on the Peacemaker, the series with the John Cena. The
Oh yeah. Okay.
and so they have like I saw their Spotify and they were like, okay, 85,000 monthly listeners. We had 400, maybe 500. So it was like, yeah, we lost, but we didn't like just call it quits. We pushed it. We got people to vote all over the fucking world. I spammed everyone I've ever talked with, like on the
Yeah.
internet, you know. And apparently we won like the voting thing with the landslide. We won against these bands who've been like in the game for 10, 15, 20 years, who have
Yeah.
huge followings internationally and nationally. That was, I don't know, it was,
That's pretty wild, man. That's pretty fucking good.
yeah, I was kind of blown away when like I got the call because they said, yeah, we're just calling around to like we're calling around to everyone who participated, who got the top 10. But that was like they pranked me. I thought
Hmm.
that they're like, well, like talking to every band, but they just called me, you know, like, oh, what do you think about the competition, yeah, and school, and by the way, you guys won. What? You know.
Right.
It's a bit awkward. I haven't really talked about this, but I the festival the guy who runs, who's the boss at the festival, he has a bit different dialect than me because I'm from the far north. We have very different dialects, I would say,
Yeah.
from the southerners. And I thought he said that every band who was like participating won. So I was like, oh yeah, that's good. I think it's a very healthy thing that every band won, because could be a lot of like there was like people who were like really competitive, like fans who were like, oh, they should win, they are better than
Yeah.
everyone else, you know. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. Like we can have like this. All bands probably deserve a chance, you know. And then I realized we were the only band that was like, Yeah, so
Hmm.
they cut that out of the interview one because they filmed like the
Oh
whole
yeah.
conversation. I was a bit awkward, but yeah. As I just said, after we got released as winners, there were people who were like, no, they don't deserve it. This band is much better. It's my brother, stuff like that.
Yeah. 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 My
Yeah.
cousin
So
fucking rocks. Yeah.
yeah, that was I was yeah. It's I don't know. I don't really like kind of band competitions because especially
Mhm.
like I'm happy we won. Like it's the best one of the best things that happened in my life. But it's like you pit us who play like very like what would I say? We play like very modern death metal. Put us against rock bands and people play like metalcore and all these different genres. But then
Mhm.
again, it's Norway. It's not like they have a lot of options.
Yeah, especially
But I
there,
can,
right?
yeah, but I can continue on yeah when we won the competition. We really got like covered the flights. But
Oh.
I have really bad anxiety for flying,
Oh
and I've
yeah.
fl- and I've flied a lot in my life. Like I've traveled a lot, but I just never get better. And
Yeah.
sometimes I just go out of the plane, before it take
Mhm.
off. So we're gonna fly. Hadn't flown. I don't know the English word fly yet in 5 years. So we went to the airport. Me and some of the boys in the band took a couple beers. Maybe that would ease my nerves.
Mhm.
I didn't end up flying. So
No, man.
that was like okay. We were supposed to fly down on a Wednesday, and we were gonna play the Friday. So like they all flew down and they had a good time without me. Cause
Couldn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't fly, right?
But luckily I had a friend who he was moving down to Oslo, the capital. So he was driving with his last like what do you call it, the load of his items he was gonna bring down. And the journey from Alta, where we come from, to Oslo, that's like if you look on the map and just the airways, it's the same distance from like Oslo to Rome. So we drove through Finland and Sweden. We drove straight. We had like 5 short breaks. The
Yeah.
guy who was driving, my friend, he's a fucking maniac on the road. It was insane. 22 hours in the car. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough. No sleep. I was awful. And the thing I realized is that I should have just got on the plane because our first stop in Sweden, I went to take a piss. I was standing there and pissing in the great woods, infinite forest.
Yeah.
Got a mosquito bite on my dick.
That's the worst ever, man. No way. Oh my
So I,
God.
I sat the whole fucking trip like scratching my
Yeah.
ding dong. So I was like with my friend like I'm sorry about this, no homo, and just like sitting there and rubbing.
I got a mosquito bite, bud. Fucking.
Yeah. And the mosquitoes in like northern Scandinavia, yeah, they're huge. They're
Yeah, they're
fucking
legendary.
huge.
Even compared to our northern Ontario fucking mosquitoes. But
Oh, you
our
might
black
also have,
ones are the worst, right?
yeah. So yeah, that was a interesting trip. We got to play like the festival like first. It's actually kind of stupid, but it's like our first gig that's not in northern Norway, which is like basically nowhere.
Yeah, it's
And we
somewhere.
play like
But
the biggest festival in Norway. That was like holy shit. And it was like a lot of several thousand people there who like attended us. That was
yeah,
wild. So
who else all who all played with you guys? Who all did you share the stage with?
well, for our particular stage, we played first on the Friday, but after us was Ginger,
Oh
and
no,
I could.
they're fantastic, man. Love those
So we
guys.
were like standing on stage with them, and we're like, because they were like warming up when we were supposed to go on them. We were all like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And we also had like we shared backstage with all of these people. Like the biggest headliners, they had their own. Like we played the same day as
yeah,
Korn and Bring Me the Horizon, Dimmu Borgir, Steel Panther. Actually, that was Oh, it was an insane day. Oh, it was fucking vivid, man. We also Sepultura played Slater on the same stage as we did, and
Yeah.
Dark Funeral. So it was like,
Oh,
yeah.
no, I know them.
So there was so many bands. Like the day before was Maiden, Europe, Mastodon, some 41 actually. Both of
Oh
them were
no, I haven't
Valentine.
played in a
Like
while.
the like the festival was like packed with like it's insane. It was the first like festival after the pandemic, so they are just all out. And
Oh, just put everybody
and the
together.
yeah,
You know.
like all these big bands. It was like wow. And the Saturday there was like Deep Purple and Five Finger Death Punch actually.
Oh wow.
Opeth played. That was the best concert I've seen in my life. That was insane.
They're fantastic. I've seen them in this
Yeah.
little bar in Ontario here. Like
Ooh,
60 people could fit in the bar. Fuck, it was
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, I believe that. That was
It was awesome.
it was like insane because I've actually never attended a huge festival. I always wanted to like to
Mhm.
travel to anywhere, but the anxiety for flying.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't really have like like it's very expensive. But the thing is fun when when you live in Norway. If you go to like London, like I mean England or Germany or whatever, everything's so dirt cheap.
Yeah,
But
it's unreal.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
right?
getting out of Norway, that's the first step, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, the
Mm,
first challenge of the day, right?
yeah, that was playing at festival was pretty sick. So
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. Share the stage with some of the greats and then even the up and comers.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, it
like
was
that's
what was really awesome was like we played for like a metal audience, you know. We didn't play
Mhm.
for my aunts and my mother, you know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no,
usually used to playing for like 200-300 people, but like 4 or 5 thousand, that was kind of insane. But we had a really good show. Like I don't think anyone was nervous before we went on because we like practiced for 8 years, played for 8 years as well.
yeah, yeah.
So
You
it's
guys
like,
have it good already,
yeah,
right?
we're pretty tight, I would say.
Yeah.
But it
I've
was,
seen some of your YouTube videos, got some of your live stuff on there as well, right?
yeah, yeah,
You guys
yeah,
sound tight. I love the new sound you guys fuck. It's just it's awesome, man.
yeah.
Got a
I
chance to
appreciate that.
today, right? So
Yeah, I'm also really happy with our direction. It's very strange. We're kind of like, yeah, when we write songs, we don't have any like ideas. We don't have
mhm.
any sound in mind. We're just like, this sounds cool. We'll just go with it. Then again, Thomas, who plays, he usually plays more rhythmic stuff, but like both the guitarists do the leads and stuff. And he's been writing most of the songs for this album, and we're already like working towards a third, or we have some demos and ideas, you know.
Yeah.
And he's been listening to way too much like technical death metal, so it's like it's getting pretty insane. And I'm really happy that I'm the vocalist because I don't have to play
You don't
all
have to
this
learn the
crazy.
guitar. I know.
Yeah, it's getting faster and more melodic and like shreddy, and but
Yeah.
it's but I usually have this philosophy like as long as it catchy, it's good. Or
Mhm.
well, there's music that's not catchy, which is good too. But yeah,
No,
you
it's
get the
always that
picture.
one that catchy one that sticks in your head all day, that easy
Yeah,
riff. But
yeah, yeah. No, but I'm really excited for this. Yeah, as you said, like our upcoming album. It's
Mhm.
different from our first. Our first song is more like I used to joke that it's kind of like a collection album out of all the songs we've written like the past 5 years before
Yeah,
the. While now we have more like it's like how can I describe this?
it's
It's more
written for
like
the album itself, right? It's not.
not exactly, but it's much more new stuff. Like on our previous album, our oldest song is like written in 2015, while our newest was like written half a year before we went into studio. While now
Mhm.
it's more like the time frame is much smaller, so it's much more our I don't know. It showcases our growth better, and
Yeah,
like our development as both a band and individually, because everyone brings different stuff to the table, and especially for this record, it's gonna be much more. It's better. Yeah.
Much more structured in that sense.
What?
Much more structured in that sense. Like you
Yeah.
guys got
Also
one
that.
under your belt. You know, like you said, you learn from your mistakes and shit with the album or a
Yeah.
song or whatever, and then that's why this one's gonna be better, and the next one's just gonna be fucking top notch, you know. And then
Yeah.
next thing you'll be headlining the festivals, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. I'm still dreaming for that day, but one day at a time.
yeah, no, I hear you, right?
Yeah. So it's been it's been really fun with our with this album, because I don't know, most of these songs. Okay, I'm tired of listening to them already, but like we've been playing some of these songs live for like years, because we've been sometimes like we have a new song, we kind of want to test it live, you know. We practice it and it's like, does it work? Yeah, it's fun to play. We try it live because we play for like at home where we come from. It's kind of like it's mostly the same people come every time.
Yeah,
So we just,
right.
I don't know. We don't care. Like we just play whatever we want to play, you know. While when we play like these bigger stages, like for the Tons of Rock Festival, we were like, okay, we have to make a good set list, you know. We have to have the songs that people actually listen to.
Hmm. No,
It's
it's
kind of
true. It's so,
interesting.
you know, you can just get in, like you said, you can have a newer song and try it out on the crowd. You know, you guys
Yeah,
know everybody, fucking right. It's
yeah,
no big deal. But yeah, to get on a stage, especially for a festival, you got to bring your best forward, right?
yeah.
Like,
We can't like, we've never practiced this song. We try it on the big festival. Yeah,
yeah,
nah,
yeah,
can't fly too close to the sun or whatever the saying is.
yeah. That's
So
pretty close, right?
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
close. Yeah.
So yeah, we played some of these songs for years, but it's was also all sorry, was always fun when we go into studios. We have maybe this song we've been playing it for like 3 years, practicing it. Maybe we haven't played it live, you know. And then we
Hmm.
kind of sit in studio, we track everything. We like usually it's like we go in individually. We don't, not too often that we all go in at the same time. So like I just go and track my vocals, and when I'm happy, I just say think I'm happy. Sometimes I have someone with me. They seem to love to sit and listen to me screaming at the microphone. 'Cause like, wow, wow, that's so cool. It's always been that. That's the fun
Yeah.
part of being a vocalist. Because sometimes, like I can have a line, and I've done it the same way 1,000 times when we practice and stuff. But when I do it and they hear it, they're suddenly like, "Whoa!" Everyone's sitting in the fucking sofa cheering me on. It's like, what the fuck?
So
Wow.
when was it you knew that you were gonna sing? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, this is a good story.
yeah, perfect.
It's probably gonna be long as well.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I started doing this thing. It's kind of weird, but it's not really weird. It was like when I was like 5, 6. I started like I've always liked music. I don't come from a musical family or anything like that. But I used to be like, I used to go into the room. I had this huge teddy bear that my parents won at the like a carnival or whatever, you know, the fucking
Yeah. The
the
fair or
fairs.
whatever. You know?
Yeah. So it was a huge teddy bear. So I used to like sit into it in my bed and just like in the dark listening to music, do nothing except listening to music. And I ended up doing that for years, and that like thing kind of developed into me just, I don't know, singing to the music. I started out like, I think the first record I remember owning was like the American Idiot album by Green Day, I think.
Oh, Green Day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's many years. It's been
Yeah.
quite some years since that. And then I think that was 2001 or something, 2002. That's when I kind of started. And then I got like into like later on. I always like to listen to music, but I never like listened to an entire album. I don't think I even knew that albums existed. So I used to have this like you download a couple of songs, you went and burnt it on a CD, put it in my
Yeah.
CD player, sat in my room and just like headbanged and listened to some. I think it was a lot of like Linkin Park. That's where the kind of screaming started. So I used to like sit and sing, and it was also Eminem. I remember I used to sit in the room and pretend to be rapping. Like it was dark in my room, but in my head I was on the stage, you know. But
Yeah.
but I never
Right.
had like I never had like a big like dream or anything like that to become a musician. I just did it because it was fun, you know. It's kind of like a meditating thing. It was just me by myself, not thinking about anything. And like I did it
Yeah.
from I was like 6 to I was like 11, 12. And then I started like listening to, I think it was like in 2012 actually, in the 2011 or 2012 in the, what's it called, Christmas time. That's when it started.
Yeah.
I heard Slipknot, and it was just
Oh.
I downloaded every Slipknot song, and then I bought them. That was the first time I bought music, I think, for my own money, and I was like
Yeah.
just sitting and listening to them. Started reading lyrics because I wanted like to sing along. So just sat in my room, cranked up music to a 400%, and just started
Yeah.
yelling. And it's kind of weird. I started like I got kind of this very kind of the basic technique of what I do, and it wasn't. It was probably shit, you know. But I did that like almost every day for years, and then I started like looking at some few like because I didn't think I was good at doing vocals, and then I started looking at like tutorials on YouTube. And if you want to learn how to scream or growl, anyone who's watching or you, don't go to YouTube. It's
Yeah.
very bad. It's so much bad like misinformation. And I just realized that I could do everything these tutorials could do, and I was like 14. So I was like, not bad. And even to this day, I'm not sure how I knew, or even today, I don't know how I do certain things, or I kind of know because I've been studying some of the like, I've been looking into a lot of the techniques and how it works and trying to like learn so I can become better.
Mhm.
But it's like so much muscle memory. I just kind of, it's like a note. I just hear it in my head and I can produce it sometimes.
Yeah. Like someone can just pick out a note out of the air, boom, throw it on the
Yeah,
guitar or the
yeah.
piano, right? Singers can hit it
Um,
with their voice.
I'm like that, but it comes to screaming. I wouldn't say I'm a good singer when it comes to like clean singing, but it's like, do you see that? It's like a blinking light. There's a
Kind of.
light right next to my web camera and it keeps blinking. It's,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to hide it because it's very bothering. It didn't work. Well, whatever. Uh, so
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I just think that I've practiced so much screaming and the growling stuff that it's just like I've gotten good at it.
No, that's pretty sick. That's actually pretty cool, man. I always ask sometimes people are like trained and like with Sapphire Rain and that, she grew up in the choir, learned to
Yeah,
sing in the church, and then now she does her stuff, right?
yeah. No, I've never like I never studied music or anything like that either, but I also like participate a lot in the songwriting processes in the band. Like I can like we use a lot of tablature. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Like
I think so.
tabs.
Yeah.
And so we use so we like write. Sometimes we write like music. We write songs. Just no one touches an instrument. We just sit and click buttons on the PC and we just make riffs or drums. So I'm kind of I have a bit of pride that I'm not just a vocalist. I also write some riffs and have some drum ideas.
Yeah.
They usually don't happen. Our drummer, he's very much like I want to do it my way, but he's very good. And you know we're kind of, that's a good thing about the band. Someone can have an idea on other people's instrument, but if they don't like it, fair enough. We
Yeah.
just do whatever. We I think like because we're like a team, and no one wants to like, I don't want to ruin it for anyone else, you know. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
do anything I'm not proud of doing, kind of that way.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah. My English is a bit shit sometimes.
Oh, it's all right.
I
I was a little nervous when I was like, I wonder if he speaks English when we fucking
no,
meet up, right?
no. We grow up on English stuff of here on the other side,
Yeah.
all
What
like
is?
TV and shows. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I guess all the old shows and shit. But
Yeah.
what sweater are you wearing right there? What sweater you got on?
Oh, the sweater. It's
Yeah.
Shadow of Intent.
Right
So
on.
it's one of my probably one of my favorite bands. I'm
Yeah.
pretty into them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's one of the bands. What?
Oh, I got Late Night Trouble, a local band out of Montreal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
It looks like
yeah.
it looked like the TV show. I
Oh
was
yeah, the
actually
way it's lit up.
yeah, awesome. I was actually wondering about that earlier, but
Yeah.
that's nice merch.
Mm.
Mm,
We'll flip backwards. I know it's getting
yeah,
late and everything there where you guys are. Fucking like 1:30 in the morning now. Is
yeah,
it?
but I have a class, but that's like 12 hours, so
Mm.
I'll still have
That's
my
all.
sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you just do music full time, or do you have to do the 9 to 5 grind?
What do you say?
Do you have to? Do you do music just full time, or do you have
No,
like
no,
a
no.
day job you're day
Nah.
walking too,
Uh,
right?
I'm currently picking up classes from like I'm retaking classes from high school.
Oh,
I
nice.
should I should should have done that years ago. I started last year, but
Mm,
I got kind of cucked on the exam, as I like to say, because I practiced the shit out of the science stuff, and then
yeah.
the question I got wasn't. Um, I hadn't had anything about the question, so I had to like spend my whole preparation time just learning. So I wasn't happy with my grade, so I'm just doing it again. And now a couple
Yeah.
other classes, like Norwegian, which is it's so bad. Just like reading poems and literature stuff and writing without like perfect grammar. It's so boring.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's some cool people there I've met, so it's fun. Because
Yeah.
I recently moved from Alta up north to Trondheim, ancient Viking capital, and it's like it's one of the biggest city in Norway. It's the
Mhm.
best time of my life. There's concerts twice or thrice a week, so
Mhm.
my economy is like.
Right.
I
Like
watched a lot of bands.
way worse here, than it was.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Fucking everything's way more expensive, but you don't make no more money. you
yeah,
know.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on I don't know studying something. I'm not sure what I want to do. Maybe
Yeah.
some music business stuff, or maybe I'll work in finance and become rich.
Right.
Nice.
There you go, man. Become a sponsor. Right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
But I hate studying. Like school is not for me. So I'm kind of like if I want to like do something further, like educational, maybe I should do something I really want to do. But what
Mhm.
do I really want to do? That's a question for another day.
They want you to know
Mm.
right away too. Like, dude, you're like I did in high school. It's like I don't even know how the fuck what yesterday was. You
Yeah,
want me to
yeah,
pick a career and go to college for it right this moment? Maybe
yeah,
I'll wait a bit. I waited, went to college later in life, right? Did all that
yeah,
after I figured out what I wanted and what I was doing, right?
yeah. Exactly. That's kind of like where I am right now. Cause I've been thinking about doing these classes again, like taking them up a couple of years, but it's not been like it hasn't felt right. But now with like moving and everything, it kind of just worked out perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Uh, got a few people watching. Suzanne's watching. Hollywood's watching. Suzanne's out of actually New Zealand. She's not too far. She got
Oh
some
shit,
closer.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. She does promotions and shit out of New Zealand. So
Oh, dope.
yeah.
That's cool.
But
New Zealand, that's definitely a place I want to go someday. It seems
mm,
like a really
oh,
nice place.
yeah. I know I should have went when she invited me over, and then I fucking shit come up here and I couldn't leave or whatever, and then we haven't been
Yeah,
able to arrange another fucking tour, right? So,
yeah.
but I got one pretty booked for traveling for the next 2 years, I think now.
Oh yeah. I definitely relate.
Yeah, but either way, man, fucking, where do we find your music? You guys on like Bandcamp and all that shit? Obviously, you're on YouTube, Spotify, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. We have Bandcamp actually. I don't. It's not. People don't use it too much in Norway, so I always forget about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it's just
big
fair.
over here, that's for sure. Everybody's like all of the local bands and shit are all on
Yeah,
Bandcamp, right?
I think we actually have Bandcamp, and I've seen sometimes people buy our stuff, which is actually very
Pretty cool.
sweet. Yeah, and especially I love like when they post like comments. That's like it's very what's it called? It's kind of not validating, but it's very like fulfilling. I get like really happy,
Hmm.
which
Yeah,
is
no, I know what
sweet.
you mean. We got our merch coming in here real soon. Finally.
Yeah,
Had to work a bunch of overtime to make it happen, but
yeah, yeah. That's,
right.
yeah, it's kind of cool. I've always been like I think our kind of like collectively in the band we're all like it's okay if people don't like our music because
Mm.
we kind of like we write the music
Everybody
for
listens.
ourselves in a
Everybody
sense.
hears music different, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
sometimes you like
And
other
we
people and vice versa, right?
yeah we kind
You
of
guys
like
are
write.
definitely on my playlist now for sure, right?
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Hey, not a problem, man. Not a
Yeah, but
problem at all.
I used to think like we used to think like kind of like we write music for ourselves. We like write music that we want to play and maybe want to listen to. I'm not sure how much certain people in the band listen to the music,
Yeah,
except when they practice. But I sure can put on some music and just like chill and because there's like
that's
it's got
90% of what we do. Like I know, especially Hollywood and myself. Like even if we're
yeah
at home, we're watching YouTube videos of music or listening to lyric videos and shit, right? Fucking
yeah
when I'm at the hotel, it's always talking to the bands with the show here and then listening to fucking music. Like I think I turned the TV on once in the 2 weeks I was in the hotel.
And that was just to fall
And
asleep.
yeah,
mm,
that was basically pass out to you. Fucking,
yeah
you know.
yeah
So, but
because it's it's also interesting because I've met I know a lot of actually musicians in Norway and I talked to some of them and some of them are like yeah they go into studio they play the part and they never listen to the song again. I'm like
yeah,
what? Why?
yeah, right.
Why?
That's a good question, man.
And
Well,
is it sometimes I listen to the song if there's like a drum fill I don't remember and it's like oh you have to have some love for your own like work.
yeah. I think my single there that I haven't even dropped yet. Fucking, I don't know. I've listened to it like 1,000 times now. You know what I mean? Like, and I
Which
don't even want to drop it now. Like now, I just want to fucking
oh yeah
redo it back to the studio and
yeah
redo
yeah
it.
yeah I've been there where you get kind of like it's not good enough that kind of the evil
Yeah,
thought
could have
but I
done this
feel
different. But
yeah but I feel it helps when you're like a band because you can everyone's like is this good enough yes okay good
mhm.
don't need to like fight over it with yourself.
No, exactly right.
Oh I just realized there's a chat here. Oh that's the chat you're referring to.
Yeah. I can barely see it on mine, right? So
I've had the full
yeah,
screen all the time so I haven't seen it.
yeah.
uh,
No, sometimes it doesn't even upload all the combo until after,
oh
and then go through. I'm like, fuck, I didn't see that. I didn't see this.
yeah
I haven't got my
right
computer set up yet. Once it's set up, it fucking runs a lot quicker. I'm on my tablet right now, right?
yeah
Yeah,
yeah
shows must go
right
on, man, they say, right? So,
yeah.
but
Mm. Oh, I can also mention a funny thing we're gonna do, or fun thing. Yes, we're playing a festival this weekend. Actually,
oh,
it's kind of it's a very cool thing because it's like what's it called? A showcase festival. It's like a lot of people who like booking agents and promoters from all over Europe comes there.
oh
I know
wow,
people. I know people who's been like they've been booked to play like Roskilde and Wacken from going there. So hmm,
It'll be
Hope.
exciting, man. Fuck, I wish it wasn't such short notice. I would have flew out
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
No, it's a very small fest. Like the festival is, it has a lot of pop musicians, like people from the UK and a lot of Norwegian like
Oh yeah,
artists who I've never heard about most of them.
yeah.
Sadly, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't really
You'll know soon enough when you go.
Yeah, yeah, because it's
See the
like
play, right?
yeah, it's like 40, 50 artists in 3 days. So
Oh wow, that's a good
I'll
number, right?
definitely I'll definitely go check out some of them. But
Yeah,
as I said, there's not much metal or rock, but it seems to be like the typical music in Norway these days is like a lot of indie pop
yeah. I know.
and rappers and the pop artists. So there's gonna be
Yeah.
a ton of those. A lot of them
We
are
actually
I
have
think
rap artists on our festival here. We do in Maine. This
mm,
is my first year hosting and bringing bands and stuff, helping out. But yeah, we got Andrew Joseph on the list for he's our opening act, and yeah, he's
cool.
a rapper. But the rest of it's all death metal and heavy metal, right?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a good buddy of mine too, right? So it helps out. He's always an act on the bill, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had him. He headlined the one show this year, and then did the second act of that show, and then this time he's the first act on this one.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
That's great.
But if we ever get the festivals big enough, man, if our budget ever grows enough, we'll
Yeah.
have to get you on a boat, I guess, to get you over here. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
put you on a
That would be fun.
cruise, right?
Mm, definitely.
Vacation slash not getting the jam over in Canada here, right?
That's it's been a dream to go to Canada as well, actually. Since
Yeah,
we work with for both our first album and this second, work with Christian Donaldson from I think he's from Montreal, or how do you say that?
yeah,
Mon-
yeah.
yeah.
He'll be out of Montreal, you
Yeah, yeah, so he's like he plays with Cryptopsy. He also has mixed the master them so Vintant, so it's very like
know.
yeah.
Well, being
Just
all the way from Norway and shit, how'd you meet up with John Asher?
I actually met Asher through Christian, who we
Yeah.
work with, because
Hmm.
I've been a fan of Cryptopsy. It's one of my probably one of my favorite death metal bands since I was
Yeah, they've been
14 or
around.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been listening them to them for years, and one day it's a good story. I was sitting at home. I had been drinking beers and maybe had a whiskey or four too much. It's like 4 or 5 years ago. I just sent a random message to like Christian, like I just wrote, "You're a hero," and he replied. So my fan mail he got a reply, and I was supposed to go to bed because I was drunk.
Oh
But
yeah.
we had like a long conversation. I think we like chatted for an hour or more. And after that, we kept talking, kept in touch throughout the years. And then when we did our first album, yeah, I wanted to work with him, and we did.
Yeah.
And I
Nice.
think through him we met Asher, and Asher he got us onto. I think we were on for our debut album. We went to like I think we had a what's it called, a premiere at Metal Injection, which was pretty
Yeah.
insane. And we had stuff in like Metal Hammer, Germany, Norway, Scream magazine out in Norway. So some pretty big like magazines. So that was
Yeah.
awesome.
No, that guy's a
That,
fucking. He's a behind the scenes champ for sure, man. That guy.
oh yeah, yeah. Asher, he's done a lot of good work. So
Mhm.
it's a pleasure working with him. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He sent a lot of bands our way for the show to help promote and stuff, right?
yeah. Yeah, I realized that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're booked with his bands till November.
Oh, you
I
are? Yeah,
know I looked at a lot, right? At least that'd be his list. It's like, holy fuck, man.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I was
he's always
was
doing awesome shit. I just got the invite. or a message about the festival he does every year in BC.
Oh,
I'll have to find it again. Yeah, let me look it up. Motions. It's somewhere here. I got fucking inundated of emails from this people and those people, and then you have all your
mm,
spam emails. It's all fucking.
yeah.
Yeah, once I find it, I'll post up about it. But yeah, they
Oh,
do a
awesome.
big metal fest out in BC every year, right?
Where's
I'm trying to
BC?
get on the list of being press.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, British Columbia. Yes.
Yeah.
Have to
Small boat
get up
ride away.
my
Yeah.
yeah, gotta get up my geographic knowledge here.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Ah,
yeah, is there
so
anything else we should cover tonight, man, before we call it a night for you?
yeah, I don't know. We could talk for days, man.
I know. Well, what we'll do, man, we'll just have you back on in a couple weeks on one of our free nights, and fucking we'll just shoot the
Yeah,
shit and have a few more beers together.
yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
It would be fun to get some of my bandmates on as well.
Oh yeah, for
Some
sure, man. It'd be cool
some of
next
them
time.
are some of them are really shy and they don't speak too much.
Yeah, that's all right. They can sit and watch
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So, but yeah, man, we'll squeeze you on here real soon. I know the album's just dropped and everything. You got your single story. The album's about to drop
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. 11th of November.
Yeah. Well, how about in November? Because I know we're booked until then, but we can get you in for the release date. Have you on a day or two after it drops for you. That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
like we could probably do that. I'm not sure how I'm kind of scheduled a bit. I'll check the
Yeah.
calendar. I can probably just I could just sign up if you send me another one of what if you send the page where I booked you.
Oh, yeah.
The
Okay. Hollywood will take care of that. She deals with John Asher's got so much on it. I had to get someone to help me deal with just his stuff.
yeah.
So much,
uh,
man. We had to make a whole
us
new email just for him, right? And fucking
yeah,
now we got this
understandable.
calendar thing going like we see, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
but,
Uh,
we'll send something your way. We'll have you back on in November for sure, man. A couple days
yeah.
after the album drops.
Why not?
That'll give me a chance to listen to the whole album too, and then fucking be able to
Oh
tell
yeah.
you all about it as a fan to tell you how
Yeah.
awesome it is.
Oh, careful here. You're
Right?
flattering me.
But yeah, we'll call it a night because we actually have another show tonight at 9. So in about an
Oh really?
hour, we'll be live again with Hunting Giants. Is it
Oh
Yeah,
nice.
Hunting Giants. I'm getting way better with the band name. Tonight we got fucking Filet, all the way from Norway, baby. Hopefully I said
Hell
that
yeah.
right.
Yep.
Right on, right on. But yeah, I'm gonna score up some of your links. I'll pop them up into the title so people can click the links, find your shit. You guys have
Awesome.
merch. You got stuff to
Um.
sell. So,
Oh, we don't have much merch, sadly, and the
yeah.
shipping from Norway, it's obnoxious. It's
Oh,
madness.
I can imagine.
So hopefully we manage to get in contact with some merch people someday.
Yeah,
As I
we can
said,
always send you the link to the one we use. They're pretty good. They do worldwide shipping. Whole
yeah,
deal. Yeah.
because we have it's like it's so fucking expensive printing
Oh
stuff, and
yeah. I
at least they're
know.
in Norway, like merch, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, because
Everything's ridiculous in Norway.
we're close to $800 on our merch this time around out of pocket right in the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People don't realize
I
how expensive it is to fucking
yeah,
do
it's
stuff,
rough.
right? Yeah,
Of
they
course,
think
you
you're a
you
rock
make it
star.
you make it
Yeah,
up, like you get the money back after a while, but
yeah,
that's after a while.
yeah. You better be not expecting it for a couple years, anyways.
Nope, nope. That's true.
Right. But
Yeah,
one last quick question before we do go tonight. For
yeah,
recording
yeah.
and stuff, you guys use the studio. It's not you don't record. Do you record anything at home and then send it in, or do you always go to the studio for that setting and do it right there?
It's a mix of both. Where it's kind of like we usually go to the studio,
Hmm.
but we like for the guitars. Both guitarists have campers, so they could honestly just do it at home. But we
Yeah.
kind of go to the studio because then you can like say, I was in the studio. You
No,
sound
yeah.
very important, instead of, yeah, I was sitting at home tracking my album. It doesn't sound like cool.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I used a studio that's local up in Alta, because it has like this huge rack of stuff. I don't know what it does, but it's like it makes the vocals better.
Yeah, right.
Preamps and
I know I'm lost when I go in there and it's got
yeah.
controls.
But
I'm like, fuck.
yeah we we sent our drummer down to a drum studio in down into the capital though, and that was a bit of a messy story, maybe
Yeah,
for another time, because
yeah.
it was
We'll
it
let
wasn't
him
a positive one.
drive with us.
So it's a lot. We had a lot of issues with the drums for this album actually, but
Hmm.
Christian, he did I don't know, God's work. He saved our album again. Our
Yeah.
first album was also, we had a lot of like issues in the production
Hmm.
because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We had an engineer, but he wasn't always with us. So when we tracked stuff on our own, suddenly like too much gain on the vocals.
Yeah, yeah. All messed up and shit, right? I
Yeah,
hear
so
you.
we got some rough feedback, like, what the fuck is this shit? And we're like, yo.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt, eh? Fucking.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll go into that story next time in November, bud. Fucking make it happen.
Oh, I'm not sure if I should ever talk about that, but
We
we,
don't
we
have to.
could, we could. It's
We are
it's
no holds barred here on the show, right? So.
yeah, yeah. Fair. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
buddy. I know it's getting late and shit. And I got one more
Yeah,
interview tonight now, and then.
yeah.
But you guys this weekend, you guys are playing a fucking show. That's awesome. But it's gonna be cool.
Two
Two shows.
two
Woo!
shows. Hell yeah. We
Right.
luckily have a we luckily have the Friday we have off, so we can just
Yeah.
be tourists
Oh,
and
nice. Eh?
drink beer.
Right. I hear you there, man. But,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, maybe fucking next year if you're on the big fest, let me know ahead of time so I can plan a trip.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come on out and fucking
Yeah, yeah. That'll be fun.
see you guys play
Uh,
live, right?
just hope we manage to get aboard some big festivals.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe.
it's
But
been
there's the ice cream, man. Do you hear that?
what?
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the ice cream truck.
it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, our the ice cream trucks here in Norway, they play very old. What's his name? Edvard Grieg. He's a very old Norwegian componist song. I think maybe I'm saying wrong stuff right now. It's a very typical Norwegian classical piece.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Yeah. I know they play. It's almost like circus music.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I heard that. It's funny. Now the
But hey,
the
man, two
kids
shows
kids
this
are
week.
running.
Drink lots of beers, man. Play it loud and play it proud, man. It's gonna be a great time
Hell
for you
yeah.
guys this weekend for
Yeah,
sure, right?
I'm excited. It's gonna
Yeah. Well, I
it's gonna
can't
be
wait
fun.
for the album to drop, man. But I'll be blasting your singles all the time now for sure, right? I'll share that up on the page. We'll get your links
Yeah,
up, and
awesome.
fuck, we look forward to seeing you again here soon, man. Hopefully in November we'll get you guys back on. Get a couple of
Yeah,
the other guys in with us and fucking have a
awesome.
show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah,
Even though
anytime.
I'm mostly just talking trash all the time.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So yeah, play it
Yeah,
loud, play it proud, and we're back on in an hour with Hunting Giants. So I gotta check out some of their music before they're on and do some research.
hell
But
yeah.
thanks again, man. Fuck, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming and
Yeah,
staying awake, coming on the show today, man. And we'll be
yeah,
talking to you soon.
yeah. You too, man.